Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. If you didn't catch it, I just uploaded a how to do a PC log on MaxECU 101. I actually took that for one of my tunes that I did for Motorhead. For that customer, they had a bike running phenomenal here, put it on a trailer, drove home, didn't run phenomenal. So something either came unhooked or is getting a bad signal in between. PC log's going to answer that. But let's get on to what's going on right now. The Gixxer 1000 is waiting for Poo-Poo to come pick it up. The Gen 2 Busa 1441 is waiting for pickup. He's talking about changing directions on that. Let's spin around. As y'all saw, Busa X starting to make forward progress. That one's going on the dyno next week. This week, I have to have this bike ready for SDBA, and that's where we're going to jump to now. Nancy 2.0 has been the bane of my bloody existence. So I adjusted the valves, went to verify cam timing, and noticed there was a bolt missing. I don't know where I put that bolt, but it got shot out of the freaking cam because it was left loose. So it has chewed up. Let's see if we can get some video of this. It has done a pretty good job of beating the living shit out of the inside of the head and killed the valve cover gasket and a bunch of other stuff. So went ahead and retapped the freaking adjustable cam sprocket, put new bolts in it, Loctited them, verified cam timing, fired it up, still had a noise. It was actually substantially worse noise. Cam chain tensioner, I didn't jam tight enough. That's a me thing. It's been a long week. I was up till 6 in the morning and I got back here at 10 this morning. So I'm going to go to sleep, get some good sleep tonight. But anyway, fixed the cam chain tensioner, fired it up, all the top end noise was gone, bottom end noise started. The noise was very audible on cylinder 2, specifically right here in the water jacket, but you could also hear it in the front with a scope. Now, there's some scuffing in here, but this cylinder's smooth, this cylinder's smooth, this cylinder's smooth, this cylinder, I can definitively feel a bump there and there, which tells me that this has been knocked in. Okay, this is a very large bore motor, if you can't tell by the spacing, and there's an equal one on the other side, so it's detonated that cylinder and rocked the piston pretty hard. So the noise I'm hearing is piston slap. These are semi-skirt pistons. They have very, very little skirts, very little skirts. So if the piston gets knocked like this during any stroke, it is going to deform those very thin cylinder walls. So this piston, as it was going up and down, was going knock, 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 knock. That's the noise I was hearing. Now, all motor, this thing's probably going to be okay for a long time like that. So I'm probably going to end up just putting it back together and going with it. By the way, it took about 7 minutes to pull this motor. That is literally everything that has to come off to pull the motor out of this bike. It's freaking phenomenal. I'm probably going to put it back together tomorrow, put it in, just tune it, and call it good. It is what it is. Short of buying a new block, I think, and my caliper battery died, so I don't have anything that measures that large, that this is an 85 millimeter bore. 85 or 86 millimeter bore. Probably, I can look up the piston part number here in a minute. But it doesn't matter anyway. They're thin. They're thin. So this has got to make SDBA Friday. It is currently Monday going on Tuesday. The ZX14, he came and borrowed the tip sensor. I already talked about that. The package from Quino came in with all the OEM parts that were missing from this bike. And the Rob Bush Motorsports parts are here for the oil system upgrade. So I can go ahead and finish this bike. This will be coming up real quick. You might recognize my tail. It's on this girl from Mock-Up. This is Tree Man's bike. He got his carburetors back by Fast by Gas, Paul Gast. I got to meet him tomorrow and get the rest of the money for the nitrous system. And then we're going to go ahead and button this thing up, and it should be running not this week, but the end of next week at the track. Brett's turbo system's on, all that. I started doing a little more mock-up on the Max and layout. I got to final weld that blow-off valve and then drill the hole, and we can move forward on that. But X is technically in front of that because X has been here a hot minute. Scotty's got his motor together. The port job on this came out real freaking sweet. Battery too low to use flash. You can't see it, but he hand ported that and it came out really nice. He is in the middle of adjusting valves. My calipers died, hence why I can't measure the bore on that. And he is not the greatest with using a micrometer, so he just went home for the night. He will come back tomorrow. I set the valves on that using a micrometer because why not? Mics work just fine if you can read them. I have mics for a reason. They're actually more accurate. A little ratty, but more accurate. So that's what we got. That's what we got going on. I'm going to head home. I have to swing by the courthouse in the morning because I'm a dumbass and forgot I had expired tags and hadn't transferred them. They're now transferred, so I just got to go take them my current registration. They'll dismiss the ticket, but you know how that goes. Life sucks. Then I got to go meet Tree Man. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to jump on putting this motor back together and putting it in Nancy. And hopefully I have Nancy on the dyno by the end of the day tomorrow. Y'all have a beautiful day.